Hi guys, so I am back to do some cards on Rachel. They've been at me all day to do this, so I feel like it's super important for some odd reason. The entire time I've been pulling cards and all of that, those balls behind me have been going off. And it's not me because I'm not really moving. I know if you yell really loud or you get really close to it, it'll go off, but I've been sitting right here. And so I was like, man, I gotta hurry up and get these cards pulled because she's gonna make these, hopefully these balls go off during the video. So anyways, as you guys know, card pulls are very new to me. I do them to clarify or get more information on the case. They are an extension of me, so any kind of tool that you use is an extension of you and your own gifts. Now, perceiving the cards can sometimes be a little confusing. I'm still learning how to perceive them and what each of them may mean. I don't tend to get too much intuition off of the cards, not as much as I do channeling and things like that, but I hope that it's helping my intuition grow, and I feel like it's giving us a little extra information on the case, and it's validating readings. So I have to tell you, this whole time doing the cards drained me for some reason with her. She's definitely present in this because I've also been getting a major headache as I've been doing this, and like I said, this ball keeps going off, so we'll keep an eye on that. I also have one over here, but she tends to like this one over here. So keep in mind that, again, the cards are new, so I may misperceive them, or I may not perceive them right, but I'm going to try my best to perceive them the best way possible from using them on other cases, especially kind of understanding a little bit more how certain ones might work. And what they might mean from especially the last case, because we had a lot of the cards made sense after the arrest. So anyways, again, we know that the cards are for extra information, for clarification, for validation, and yeah. So as you know, this is for informational purposes only, entertainment purposes only. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. This is in no way factual information. All right, so I'm gonna just get right to it, and I'm a little confused about some of these cards, so I'm gonna do the best that I can to kind of hopefully understand them, because they're really kind of like, and I noticed one of the cards is not on the right, like it's not with my people cards because I separate them and do it that way. It's just easier for me. I feel like they're more accurate that way. And you can do it any way that you want to. Everybody has their own style. A lot of people keep them together and do it. I tend to separate them and do them stages. But there's one card that's in the wrong spot and it's still pulled up. It's actually should be in the people card, like who did it, but it's in the like stuff surrounding the case card, but it still came up. So I found that was kind of interesting, and I don't really know what that means. Now cards can kind of have multiple meanings, and just like kind of like readings can, and also it could be stuff surrounding the case. So do keep that in mind. All right. So let me put on my other card for my other camera. What is going on here? There we go. Nope, that's the wrong one. All right, sorry, I had a little bit of an issue with getting it to work, so I got it now. There we go. So I have different layouts. This is the layout that I like the best. So all right, so we have the assault card, which obviously there was an assault that happened on Rachel. We have the missing card. Now she was missing for a period of time. It was a very long time, but she was still missing for a period of time. She's obviously not missing now, but she was. This is where I'm kind of thrown a little bit because I'm just wondering. We got drugs and poison here. So I don't know if that means that the person was on it or there's something revolving around it. Like if Rachel, for some reason, was selling to make extra money. Not saying that as a factual fact. I'm just saying there's some kind of, because it came in twice in different ways with these cards. So there's something regarding that in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's the guy, like if this was like supposed to be a meeting for like maybe even just the ganja, might not even be something serious, or the person was on it, but it comes in the part that like is the reasoning for it. So I just kind of find it interesting because it came in two different ways. So then we go to the interconnects that came in. So if we're getting a interconnect in Rachel that has to do with the case that just happened with Savannah and Matt. Now, interconnects are similarities in timing, I notice, in the way that they work. So it could be that there's a similarity there with this situation in one way, shape, or form. And I would never want to talk bad about a victim or anything like that, so please don't take it that way. I'm just telling you what the cards are saying and what I could, like, what I'm receiving from it, because I'll tell you in a minute. So then we have the imprisonment card. So this could just mean that, like, maybe the way that the cards are falling, it goes drugs, poison, imprisonment, toxic food, food shortage, which I could take that as drug shortage because the drug card, or the D's card is here, and the runaway card. So it just makes me wonder if she was trying to, now the runaway, she was running. She maybe tried to run away from the perp. So that could have a couple meanings, but it could mean that it's almost like the D's, poison, imprisonment, and shortage like comes in. So maybe there was a shortage in the D's, and she maybe felt kind of imprisoned by having to even do that, if she was doing that, or if this surrounded it in some way. I don't, you never know what people are into. I don't know. I know that I kept seeing her putting money in her bra in the reading that I did. And so I'm just here to give victims a voice. I don't have any judgment into anything, anything anybody's in. I'm just telling you what the cards say, and it kind of, in a way, makes a little bit of sense to me. But at the same time, like, she was very well in shape, so it could be that more or less she was just selling, and it might not even be anything crazy. It might be just the ganja. Because I don't think really she was using. I'm not saying that. I'm saying maybe for extra money or something of that sort. Because she did seem to have a lot of money, and again, it could just be on the side. I'm not saying it has, like, I'm not saying she was using. Because it doesn't come across that way. It's more like that's a reason for it. So I find that kind of interesting. Well, it can only be part of the reason, but I find that kind of interesting. So then we have the hand, fist, etc. So obviously we know that there was some of that done. So some assault. She was trapped. She couldn't go anywhere. She was stuck. I don't know. She was strangled. I pulled this card before, and then I reshuffled because it didn't feel right, and I pulled again. It came out this time, so I'm wondering, because I think in my reading, I think her throat was grabbed, so that could be why. And then we also have a weapon, so that could be any sort of weapon that was used. And then we have deceased, obviously. So that's just validating that. Oh, this part is the part that's freaking confusing me. Okay, but it matches my reading, because everybody says no one else is involved, but according to the cards, it says there are. So, all right. So we have the affluent card. So now I've kind of learned, especially from like Savannah's, now she's not making the ball go off. Darn it. She was really making it go off while I was pulling the cards. Anyways, so I take this as, because this came in like Savannah and Matt's, and so it can just be someone that, like, maybe has a job, or is successful in some way in life, like, not like completely deadbeat, you know what I mean? Thank you. So that's how I kind of take the affluent card sometimes. And we have these success cards, so that means that it's someone that's like successful in what they do. So I pulled the success card when I did Matt and Savannah's, and it was, now we know that the father, owned a business and stuff. So it could just be like someone that's more successful in their work or whatever. It may be like that. Dogs are a little antsy right now. I gotta go take care of them, but I was wanting to do this. So this is where I'm kind of confused a little bit. These cards are confusing because we have, so when I pulled the child card last time, it wasn't really someone that was a child. It was someone that was younger, but it could be, see, these are the people cards. So I don't know, because we have child, bad guy, bloodline. So bloodline is kind of confusing me unless it means that, I'm not saying that they are related, but they could know one of her family members or one of her exes or something like that. Like it might know the baby's dad or ex-husband, or I'm getting chills in my shoulder blades tingling. She's very strong, so she tends to make me feel a lot, but sometimes these cards are hard to understand because, again, I'm still learning how they kind of flow. So we have child, bad guy, and bloodline. It could just be that the dude like knows somebody. I keep wanting to connect it. I swear that they might know like an ex of hers or something. Like that's the way I kind of take it. All right. So then we have assassination, which is an interesting card, and now the ball's going off again. We have assassination card, which is interesting because if we're interconnecting into the case that just happened with Savannah and Matthew, it just makes me wonder. Because I've always felt it kind of was made to look random and stuff, but the way that it comes across and the way that I've interpreted it is it wasn't. And then we have couple. Assassination, couple. Which that couple card is interesting because something else comes in. So later on, and like I said, it was in the wrong spot, but it still came in. Reptilian. So again, snake in the grass is what I always take this as. That's the way that I take that card. Is it's like a snake in the grass. Maybe someone to see organized crime. And again, if we're interconnecting that case that just happened, it's kind of interesting. But this could just be that guy is connecting to organized crime, or if she was selling, it might have something to do with that. But or because I get the caregiver card, so whenever I get the caregiver card, I take it as like a parental figure card as well. But it's interesting. It just makes me wonder because the caregiver card comes in after the organized crime card. So does one of the baby's dad have connections or know people that are in AGA&G, or know like people that are kind of like in that kind of stuff? I don't know about that area, as far as like what kind of, it could also be like this was an organized crime. Like it might seem sloppy because cards aren't always literal, just like visions aren't always literal. So sometimes things aren't as literal as we think they are. But the assassination card couple, So see, I pull, like, when I did the reading, I would kept getting the reference to, like, a couple. Or, like, the person has. Because this is what's interesting about it. Because then we have a false person. So there's a false person somewhere. We have a male. We have a male that's connected to, like, or that has a family. So you could take that as they have kids or they have a wife, but they have a family. We have a serial killer, which is interesting because they have like a serial killer energy to them. Like when someone does something like this, I'll pull a serial killer card. It could mean that they are one, or they just carry that energy, like they could be one. And then we have military, so we can take that as like a soldier in one way, shape, or form. Because what kind of throws me is, again, we have, so the stranger and family member card come in. So it makes me wonder, is it a stranger to a family member or family member? Family member, stranger, police, multiple people, acquaintance, so it's an acquaintance, and other people involved. I swear this has never felt. It'd be nice if you touch the ball. Let me know if there's other people involved, Rachel, because I know everybody's focused on the guy in the surveillance video, but I've always felt there's more to it than just because, like, whenever I've seen people get attacked on a lot of the, because this happens a lot where people get attacked on when they're running or whatever. It always feels like those are more random. To me, this one didn't feel random for some reason. And I always want to go back to, like, it connects to, like they know. It could be just because there's a family involved, so it could just be a family member of the family, not her family member, but you know what I mean? Because I don't feel it's like in her family, but I heard it's extended family, so it makes me wonder if it's like someone that the ex knows or something like that. Allegedly. So it goes family member, stranger, police. The police. Now, sometimes I pull the police card. They could be known to police. I'm not saying it is anything to do with the police, but it could be a stranger to the police. Like maybe he hasn't been really caught for anything. You know what I mean? Family member, stranger, police, multiple people. It's weird because it comes in multiple people, acquaintance, and then other people involved. So according to this, she knew the person in one way, shape, or form, but there's more behind it. There's more involved in it. So confusing. This case, like, isn't like normal for some reason. It doesn't feel like it's normal. It feels like there's more to it than what the police think, or I don't know, maybe the police, maybe they have a better idea than what I think they do, but I'm not sure. I feel like there's more to it than just a guy attacking her on a trail. Like, I think in the reading, I don't know, I'd have to go back, but I think in the reading I got something about like a meeting or something of that sort. When she could have been just running to do the meeting. But I also kept seeing her children and people connected to her children. But so I don't know. It could be just that the bad guy's younger. That could be the child card. Bloodline. Or assassination couple. So it could mean that he's not single. Snake in the grass. just wonder, because this organized crime and the caregiver, I wonder if there's an ex of hers that like connects to, or if it's just was an organized crime. You know what I mean? You can't always take it literal. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. False person, male, family. So it seems like they have a family and they're a couple, even though they're young. Unless connects to her extended family, which would be like, what, exes and stuff? I don't know. These are so confusing cards. Okay. I've been sitting here like trying to understand, because again, like, I'm new to the cards, so every case I'm going to learn kind of how the cards flow together and what they could possibly mean. The assassination card. I mean, I can get the assassination card when it's also like in that way, or someone's like taken out. Like, it doesn't always mean like it's that, but I can get it when like someone's like taken out. Sometimes it comes across that way, but it looks like this person, you got affluent and success, so they're successful, they're affluent. Affluent, I take as like again, they work, they like, they're not like a like bum, you know what I mean? And that could just be, if there's multiple people, there could be multiple people in this card too, in these cards too, because this is feeling under stranger, police, multiple people, acquaintance, and other people involved. And it doesn't necessarily mean there's multiple people on the trail. It could just mean like set it up, or involved, or know something. This is just, it throws me, because I was picking up a female in hers, but I thought that it had to do, now that the Matthew and Savannah thing came on, like, kind of maybe had to do with that. But it seems like these two cases are crisscrossing and interconnecting for some odd reason. I don't really know why, but we got the couple card here, so maybe I'm seeing like the girlfriend or something like that. But it looks like they have a family, but it may be because when I get the child card, like sometimes they have a child, because when we did that on Elizabeth's, I pulled the child card and it turned out he was a dad, like a parental figure. But I'm not pulling the parental figure card, but I'm pulling the caregiver card. But I don't know, the way that it's falling, because last time it fell like parental figure, child, when it was that, the way it's falling now is like he's younger, child, bad guy. But there's so many, like, there's a bloodline card, there's a family, and there's a family member card, and a couple card, and caregiver. Like, I take that as like, I mean, you can take the caregiver card as someone that's in like a nurse or something like that, but I take it as, it always seems to come up as like also like a parental figure, someone that's a caregiver of some sort. It seems like from these cards that it's someone that like connects to someone that in her family that she knows. And it might not be like her immediate family, because I keep hearing like extended. So I take that as like an ex or something of that sort. But it's an acquaintance, so that means that she knew him. We have the stranger card now. Sometimes the stranger card can be like, I don't really know you, but I know, well, acquaintance. So it might have been a stranger to other people, but an acquaintance to her, or a stranger to the police. Because the way it comes in, there's police cards right next to the stranger card. I don't know. I'm not great at these cards right now, or sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. So we have treason cards, so someone's lying. That's why I take that. We have intoxication cards, so somebody could drink, or have that kind of problem. They might have been drinking at the time, but they could just have, they could drink. We have a distraction. But that's so weird. these two cards coming together. Because what's weird is it's like distraction with surveillance. Because then we all go back to that surveillance video, right? I mean, it seems legit. Can't really see anything about the guy. You would think they know who's on there. But it's just weird that the distraction card and the surveillance card kind of they're coming in together like that. Oh, it's a sad card. So maybe she wasn't very happy at the time. See, this is the card that I said in the wrong spot. Like I have a spouse partner again. Couple and spouse partner. So it makes you wonder if somebody doesn't connect to one of her exes or if it's they have a spouse partner and they're involved in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. We have the breakup by card. So who is she breaking up with? Or, and again, I'm not saying that her boyfriend's involved because it doesn't feel like that. It could be someone connected to him. Or someone, like maybe they. Yeah. I mean, I never kind of felt like he was involved, but there's a breakup by. So, was she seeing someone else breaking it off with them? I just wonder if she was seeing someone else or if someone else thought that about the relationship. Like if it kind of involves a heartbreak, intuition, like maybe she had some sort of intuition in regards to this. With the breakup. It's with the breakup card. We have a witness. There seems to be a witness somewhere. Government agency. Government agency. Well, so last time we got the government agency involvement, it had to do with like tracking phones and stuff. So it could be that they're doing some kind of tracking. The control card. And the revenge card. So it makes me wonder if someone wasn't upset about a breakup as well. It seems like, I mean, the D's could be, involved somewhere, but it seems like this is a revenge breakup. And control, like maybe they were trying to control her in some way, shape, or form. So we have delays involved, which we know because there's been delays, like we haven't heard anything in a while. So just be patient. There's just delays. It'll be okay. White collar crime. So somewhere it makes me wonder if there's not money involved because again, there's money in these cards here. We'll get to that, but propaganda, so there might be some fake news out there. Mental health. This person obviously has mental health issues. See, I keep going back to like, was this someone that thought, like, it could be male with a family and she was having, like, it was like a side piece. I hate to even say that word. I don't know where that word is coming from at all. Because that's not how I talk. It makes me wonder if, like, she was breaking it off. I don't know where the D's would come in at because I pulled 2 cards for that. So it's got to be involved some way, shape, or form. But, unless the guy, I don't know. But it seems like the way that if we look at with the breakup and the revenge, and then we have like the sad card, like someone was sad over like the breakup. And again, I don't think it was her current boyfriend, but it could be someone before that we don't know about, or someone that like she was talking to that maybe thought they were supposed to be together, because that kind of comes across, because we have again a couple, like maybe spouse and partner, so it's somebody that she was at one point with, and they could have like a family or something. And I keep going back to like an ex or something of some sort, because I know like some like money was revolving around that situation too. Cause see, there's money here, there's money and love. So it's regarding money and love, in my opinion. I mean, maybe they were in love at some point. Maybe she didn't love him anymore. She wanted to break up with him, but there's maybe the fact of her breakup was going to cost the person money. I don't know. There seems to be money and love like surrounding it. DNA. I mean, we know they have DNA, but they just can't really connect it to a specific person. Corruption. I hope there's not like the DNA didn't get corrupted, because the corruption card's coming next to the DNA card. We have a microchip. I usually take that as like, again, the phone chip. It can come in like that. See, and there's blackmail. Again, revolving around money, or secret weapon. Makes me wonder if like someone didn't have like a secret weapon like in the person against her. I can't shake that it was like, because look, we have the inside job card. I can't shake that like this was someone that knew her in some way, shape, or form, or someone that knew her hired it, but we have an inside job here. That's why it doesn't feel like it's just like happened. It never felt like it. Then we have the government card again, which again, government's probably doing stuff, but government lies. So if there's lies in the case somewhere, my cards are all screwed up. See, premeditated. So a premeditated card, we have the inside job card. This was not random. I think it was made to look random, but it's not random. I keep going back to like, who does an ex know? Timeline issue, which there is a timeline issue. Alarm. I still haven't figured out what this alarm card means, but maybe there was an alarm thrown up ahead of time that we don't know about. Or it could have something to do with, again, time. It's interesting it comes next to the timeline issue. We have abuse, neglect. So it makes me wonder if there was some kind of abuse or neglect in the past with a man or someone. We have an investigation, because they're still investigating. Investigation of an incoming message. What? This one makes no sense. Evil corporation. I don't understand that one. Demonic possession. Someone's just being evil. And then we have legal proceedings and justice. So eventually justice is going to come. There's going to be legal proceedings. Or this could revolve around legal proceedings as well. I definitely got the justice card. And I want to pull a couple more. I had run out of room. Who else on Rachel? Stalking. See, something told me to pull another card. We have the stalking card, which I felt like she was being watched. Whether that's just to see where she was going to be or whatever, I got the stalking card. Soul contract. So unfortunately, it was a soul contract. No stopping it. Crime of passion. I don't think it was her current boyfriend. It was somebody else that she was possibly seeing. Or an ex or something. Because it could be like an ex, the assassination card. Ex hired someone to make it look like something. This is a crime of passion because I think I got that in the Autowrite. But it's just interesting. She had me read. She had me repull. There's some cyber stalk. I think there's some cyber stalking too. Because I got that. It'll be exposed. See? Breakup, fired. Same thing, in my opinion. Social media. There's some social media stuff, I think. Like social media contact. Evil. It's going to be solved. Okay. Rachel, she got me to pull those other cards and they... Wow. Crown of Passion card. I was just wondering. Okay. Now I have these cards. This is the DEA. So it's interesting because the D's came in, DEA. So it could be someone that also on the run. Someone's on the run. And we have government and phone call messages. So it could be that the government is looking at phone call messages. We have fingerprints. We have planet evidence. We have guilty. We have argument. See, that came in the reading. There was an argument with somebody. Evidence. There's phone in the evidence. There's evidence in the phone. There's evidence and phone coming together. Evidence in the phone. Okay, then we have, see, and then there's the phone again. Cell phone records may provide important clues. And then we have argument or fight is a strong factor. And then we have killer will murder again. So he carries that energy. It's almost like a fatal attraction is what I just heard. Almost like this is a fatal attraction of some sort. I'm looking at these, trying to understand them more. I'll have like delayed intuition regarding it. Watch. I mean, you can read it. You could read the cards the way that this is that it's like an ex of hers that we don't know about, or like the ex could have hired it because of the assassination card and the money stuff. And the false person could be like, you know, there's like I hired somebody else to do this, but you know, wouldn't have done it unless I hired it. I'm just wondering because of the interconnects if the D's aren't involved in some way, shape, or form. But I keep getting like fatal attraction, like this, the way it's coming across, like crime of passion, like spouse, partner, couple card, family card. But again, I don't think it's the current. It was the current ex. I think there might be somebody that she was seeing prior to him, or again, I know that the ex like was all upset because she wanted more money. The money could be a motive here as well. But so someone was definitely stalking her. And this was a crime of passion. And I know the cops are saying, oh, that he didn't know her, but I've always felt he did. And I think it was made to look random, but we got the premeditated card in here and the inside job. So that would tell me it's someone that knew her and she knew. And there's an argument before. There's some kind of argument that happened prior to this, because I got that a lot. I got that in my reading. It's coming up in the cards, but there was an argument around it. And I saw them arguing before this happened, but I think like she was going there to meet somebody, or that person was stalking her and following her. But I keep getting like a meeting at some point. I don't know, maybe she was like meeting him to be like, oh, we can't be together anymore or something like that. I can't really see the guy in this case. It's kind of annoying. Like, it's almost like I had a hard time seeing the like who was involved, like the person and what they looked like in Savannah and Matt. I had a hard time seeing them. Almost like I was seeing more from their perspective. So, almost like it was from their perspective. So, I don't know if that's. I mean, this kind of flows with my reading. I just don't know. I mean, the way the cards are coming in, it's like there was some kind of something between someone and her. Affluent, success, child, bad guy, bloodline. Child by a bad guy, that's bloodline. That would go back to like an ex, allegedly. I keep pulling in like, I keep getting a reference to like an ex for some reason with her. But I think this was made to look like this was made to look random, but it wasn't random. In my opinion, I've never gotten it was random. The cops are going to find a lot of evidence on her phone. They're probably going through her phone and stuff like that. There's going to be a lot of evidence there. I think they might be waiting for other physical evidence to come back as well. Like, I'm getting that. I do keep hearing fatal attraction, but fatal attraction could be like, obviously, if it, depending on, you know, who's involved. But we got the argument twice here. There was some sort of argument before. It wasn't like I'm caught blindsided. Like, there was an argument. Well, she might have been caught blindsided at the time, but there was an argument prior. There's some sort of argument, definitely. That spurred this. Like, and I get like a breakup. There's breakup. I don't know if somebody was going to lose money, but there's definitely a money thing here. So, unless they try to rob her, but, or make it look like that. I don't know. I hope I'm understanding this right. It feels like it's very, like, not straightforward, compared to other cases. Life insurance. Trauma. Dating. See? Trauma and dating. Nobody's trying to eat my cards. I got all these dating cards and couple cards and significant other cards. It's related spouse, partner. It's related to someone she was talking to, dating, or like if this was an assassination. They hired someone to make it look like something random. Because I keep getting the other people involved card, so I do get like, I don't know, this is confusing. I'm so, I don't know, I'm so confused. Because it's like I keep going back to like her, I don't want to say it on here, like I keep going back to like her ex, but then I keep seeing like, then I keep connecting that ex to this person. So I don't know if it's like the ex knows this person, the ex hired this person, but then there's the fatal attraction. Like I was dating somebody, or I was, with somebody, talking to someone, dating them, crime of passion. Um, so that comes in too, you know, like this was like there's a crime of passion here as well, in some way, shape, or form. The way that it really comes across or came across in the Autowrite was that someone was stalking, someone was obsessed. There's an obsession feeling around it. But then I go back to like again, other people involved, multiple people involved. And that could be in helping cover up, helping hide them, whatever that may be, that kind of thing. So I don't know. I don't know if this was helpful or not. Kind of confusing cards this time around, and I don't know. I'm still trying to learn and learn how to channel off the cards. Sometimes it comes easier than others, and I feel like there's like so much around this that's really stressing me out. So I don't know. I might do another reading on it, but I feel like something might happen with it soon. Like I said, it's going to be solved. There's going to be justice, because I feel like, I don't know, the cops know more than we do, obviously, but I feel like it'll be a surprise, anyways. I can't get over the fact that it doesn't feel random. It really doesn't, because we got the inside job, we've got the premeditated, we got the stalking. So someone was planning on hurting her. I think they were cyber stalking her too. And even if someone's hired, you got to know your target. So that was kind of how it came in the reading. And if we interconnect the case that just happened, where I got the names and it's interconnecting into Savannah and Matt, it just makes me wonder if there's not some similarities there. I don't know. But there's definitely like love involved here, or someone that she was seeing, or someone she was connected to, because we've got, again, the couple card, we've got the spouse partner card, we've got the what do you call it, the crime of passion card, the dating card, like all those types of cards come in. I think I pulled every love card in the deck, and she keeps saying fatal attraction, but that could be, how do you take it? I just can't get over that some way, some shape, some form, somehow, this person connects to an ex of hers that wanted her out of the way due to money. Like, that's all alleged. That's just my opinion. It's just the way that it feels. Like I can't let go of someone in her life. And it could just be I'm picking up stuff around it, because he might have felt that way. Because it's like there's different energy. There's multiple energies that like I keep picking up on. And we do have multiple people and other people involved card. I mean, again, cards are an extension of you. Most of the time they're right. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes we misinterpret them. But see, we got the caregiver card, the family card. I just wonder if she was like talking to anybody that we don't know about. Or it could be that someone, that's an idea. I just had a thought come to me. I don't know if it was from her or not, but it could be that someone from her past got somebody to do this, but that guy had to stalk her, follow her, you know, maybe even get into her life, like, to for it to be a crime of passion, like maybe, you know, weaved his way into her life, um, so that he could stalk her or whatever. Maybe he did like get feelings for her. I don't know. It's kind of like a weird thought I had. I don't even know if I should release this. This is just so all over the place. I'm sorry. I know it's all over the place. I'm not meaning for it to be, but it feels like the energy is all over the place with this. And I think it was all over the place when I did the reading. But I don't know. Now that a little bit of time has passed, it may be worth revisiting. Because I mean, you get that serial killer energy too, which anybody that's paid to do anything, like, you know, you're gonna have that kind of energy anyways, because that's something that you do for people, you know. I don't know, it's so hard to see because of the assassination card. It kind of throws me, but it depends on how you take that. But there sure is a lot of like family caregiver cards in here. And I remember when we did Savannah Matthews, I pulled like child, father figure, and like spouse partner. So it was bringing up 3 people in all the cards. So this could just mean this could be like a mixture of people, you know. I don't know. I'm like kind of stuck. All right. Well, this is a confusing video. I apologize that I was trying to figure it out on camera. I sincerely apologize. Oh, I just heard the name Mark. I don't know where that belongs. So again, I thank you for your patience while I'm trying to learn the cards and understand them and everything. This is new to me, like completely new. I've never used crime cards till recently, and I'm still trying to learn like how they flow together, what they could mean, and all of that. I don't get a lot of intuitive hits again while I'm doing it, so I appreciate your guys' patience on that. I always trust my readings first, but this is backing up my reading. It's just it seems like there's like a lot of different things, are like more around it than what we think, to make it confusing, if that makes sense. So it seems like there's a lot more to it than what is being put out there. Like, I know they said that she didn't know him, but I mean, I don't think this was random. Let's just say it like that, because we got the inside job card and the crime of passion and all that. Like, I just don't think that this was random in any way. Like, it feels different than a lot of the other random ones. This doesn't feel random to me. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna end it there because I'm confused. So maybe I'll try something else with her again soon. I don't know. I'm trying to just revisit my cases with cards and see what comes up. So thank you guys for liking, subscribing, sharing, and always being so supportive.